Hiya and welcome back to Green Hill Gaming, where I share my passion of video games with the whole wide world in this live stream. I am of course back playing some classic Final Fantasy VII. So sit back, relax, put the kettle on, but as always, and enjoy the live stream. Microphone is working perfectly. Fantastic stuff. Okay. So the road to completing Final Fantasy VII for the first time continues. And hello, howdy do to my first and lovely viewer. How are you keeping? And you are very welcome to my Final Fantasy VII live stream. So right now Cloud and the lads are chilling out in this lovely island called Costa del Sol. And I have been informed by the great Mighty Duck. What's she waving at?
Johnny boy.
People
Elbow
know.
cup.
Waving out the window. Mr. Chad Middleton. How do you do? Your comment isn't showing
Johnny
up.
boy.
Ah, Jesus.
Elbow cup.
Ha! Chad, you know the score now. I'm going to have to do another live stream, I'd say. Oh no. It's fine. I think. What is it with technical difficulties and Green Hill Gaming? We'll never know. But it seems to be okay now. Okay, take two. Mr. Chad Middleton, how are you keeping? And welcome to Green Hill Gaming, where I am, of course, back live streaming some classic Final Fantasy VII. Yeah, I think we're back in business there, Mr. Middleton. Thank God. So, a big hello to all watching Green Hill Gaming right now. How are you all getting on? Hope you're doing well. I hope you all enjoy my live stream of some classic Final Fantasy VII. No, it's still fucked, I think. Sad. Oh, I don't have the patience to restart the thing now, to be honest. Oh god. It seems to be okay. It just seems to repeat the comments. You're going to have to just put up with it now, Chad, I'm afraid. Apologies. What is she still waving at there? You want to say the house? Is she washing the window or is she waving at me? I reckon she's waving at me, to be honest. But yeah, as I was saying there earlier, the road to completing Final Fantasy VII for the first time continues. Never completed this game before. Surf Inc. Suntan. Lads are having an old game of kickaball. Have a chat. I heard that Big Dog talks like a human. He does. You heard correctly. That's cool, but weird. It is, actually, yeah. To say the least. Shall we play or hand around here? See what 13 has to say. That's interesting. It's not as if I'm doing this because I want to. You see, this tail of mine moves quite independently of my will. That's okay. You want to wag your tail, you wag your tail. 1, 2, 3. Here we go. Oh Jesus, I got in the way of the ball there. I'll just test the comments there again myself, because Chad, you know what it is? It's basically just says the comment twice. Just in case my viewers didn't hear it the first time around, you know what I mean? Oh, it's the side here. Got a person. Oh, who's this guy? What's his game? Butch. Yeah, I'd like to find a gorgeous chick and have a great time. Shouldn't we all?
Testing.
Yeah, it's basically, to anybody watching the live stream right now, basically your comment is going to be repeated. But if it's only twice, it's alright. It's better than the comment not showing up and repeating about 10 times and wrecking my head in the process.
Testing.
So okay.
Just forgot about it. Elbow cup.
Ah, fuck it. That was the third time. No. Just forget. Yeah, it's true. That is true. That is true. That is true. I reckon one of my critics has hacked my channel. Okay. Materia shop. But I know I have heal. I have all of these actually. Revive, restore. I don't have seal. What the hell is seal? I don't know what seal is. It's quite costly.
Reset and forget. Elbow cup.
Yep. You know what? That should be everyone's motto in life when they're faced with hardships. Reset and forget. Someone should make a t-shirt. Actually, with that slogan in the middle. Look at my guild, 37 guild, and here I am debating whether to get Materia or not, and we don't even have enough. What do I have anything to sell? Of interest. Let's see. What items can I sell for a bit of guild? You know, that's something as well that I over the course
Seal
of this
means
play.
the enemy can't cast magic.
Oh, thanks, Chad. That's going to come in handy. I need 3,000 gil to get it though. That's going to come in handy, like for some of the tougher bosses. The further we get into the game. But something I've been talking about in this playthrough of Final Fantasy VII. I've had like a million playthroughs of this game during the span of 20 plus years. The one thing I'm doing this time around that I didn't do first time. There's a lot of things I didn't do first time round, because nowadays I'm more accustomed to JRPGs. Is I'm actually taking the time to go into my items and actually see.
I'm not sure if it's good. It'll have a low chance to cast, or it'll be too opus.
I like taking my chances, Chad, because it's good when it pays off. So what I'm basically doing is I'm actually putting the effort into selling items to make some serious gil. I don't know if I have anything that I want to sell. Like, that's the only thing. What's that? Shinra armored attack soldiers 12. Wait, what? Soldiers 12 in the set. I don't even know what that is. How much will I get for it? $25, a grand. Is it? I don't have anything worth selling, to be honest. What about materia? Any materia I'm not using? Oh, I'm using every other materia except chocolate. I need chocolate lore. If I sell that, I'm going to snap. I've nothing to sell and nothing to buy off either. No. Oh, he's selling lemonade, is he? Selling lemonade, is he? What kind of lemonade is he selling by? How about some soft as a memento of this wonderful trip?
How's your hand? Any better?
Oh, thanks for asking, Chad. I still have the bandages on. I'm planning on taking them out Monday. Have a look at them, see what they're like, and we'll go from there, basically. But other than that, they're doing fine. No bleeding or anything like that. No serious pain or anything like that. Some of the fingers are a bit stiff. That's the only thing. They don't bend fully, but I can only put that down to not using them. Conquer the hand being immobilized. But I reckon that once I start moving them again, they'll unstiffen. But other than that, no, Chad. It's doing fine. It's doing fine. I'll keep you updated. He wants me to buy some soft. Oh god, I was hoping to be able to buy some more portions now, to be honest with you. But I think 23 regular portions and 13 high portions is reasonable enough, considering that I have magic cure, which will which will cure, so I'm okay when it comes to that. Oh god, 6 Phoenix Downs, that should be enough. I don't have any soft. Geez, I need to go into the... Do you know what I do for the laugh? Well, not for the laugh, like, but... Do you know what no, seriously, I'm actually going to just go out into the world map and do a lot of battles. Is that okay with you, Chad? Were you hoping for me to progress the story? Well, I guess I'm rest at the inn first, if I have enough money to even rest in the inn. The reason for doing that is I actually, not only will I be able to level up my characters, get stronger and all that, but be able to get some guild together as well, like, you know. And that's something as well that I didn't do enough of first time around. So if that's okay with you, Chad, I'm going to spend probably the majority of this live stream just grinding, as they say. Shucks, too bad. Hey you. Does your friend have a cute lady? Easy now. She came in here looking for him a while ago. You better find her. What are you going to do? Just forget about her and go to bed. 200 gil. What if I just say stay? Will you just let me off? Wait a minute, there's not enough money here. Well, fine, I'll just heal myself then. That's fine. Bastard. I'll make sure that they're all healed, like if I'm going to be going out in the battle. Should be enough. There's a lot of pool table down there, and just the location of it actually reminds me a little bit of a location in Resident Evil Remake, the guardhouse. Will you please get out of the way? Jesus Christ, cat runners? Oh. Get out of the way, you bitch. This happens a lot in old Final Fantasy games. Lad, I'm actually... Okay, that's fine. I was stuck there. I was full on stuck there. So now I'm in Final Fantasy 9, even 8 as well. You'd always get the odd chest in one of the inns. But there's none to be found in 7. Oakley dokie. I hope my viewers are okay with me just doing a bit of grinding out into the world map for a while. Till I get my my guild up to a reasonable level. Maybe like 3,000. Something like that. Don't know how tough the battles are going to be now. There we go. We've got some music back. What the hell is that? I'm just going to try regular attacks and see how I get on. Gotta test how tough the enemies are, you know? What the f... It's like one of those... Jesus Christ. Oh, I forgot Tifa has Shiva. Not into... What the fuck? Oh wait, I'll take care of the big one. I can't aim at them. What the hell? I can't aim at them. Oh, I can't remember what they're called, but you can get those things, and there's more and more inside them every time you open them. It's actually funny, to be honest. So I'm using regular attacks first, just to kind of just test how tough they are. I want to. I got a high potion. So yeah, this is definitely something I didn't do enough of first time around when I was first playing this game. I was getting stuck into the game, you know, doing a bit of grinding, leveling up, getting some guild, and you know, getting some items as well at the end of each battle. Oh, Jesus Christ, another one. Well, I am going to summon Ifrit. Jesus, I'm hyped. Add Ifrit. He's looking a bit more, he's looking a bit, Jesus Christ, he's looking a bit more fucking green. He's still alive. Not for long though. Okay, he's still alive. Oh, no, he's dead. So, for that battle, I think I was like up 200 gil. So you can see like I'm on 752 gil already, so it's definitely worth your while, like to go out into the world map every now and again and do some battles, because you will gain experience to level up, and when you level up then you become stronger. And then you collect some gil, so obviously it means you can purchase more weapons and armor and equipment and items, and you'll also get items. I don't know, oh my god, look at all those fuckers now. The regular attacks again, just to test how tough they are. Like, keep an eye on my health as well. I hate to see like something. Yeah, don't do that. See, I don't want to waste MP. MP is your magic points, I think. I'll just call them magic points anyway. Easy enough, yeah, no, easy enough. But I'm gonna attempt to steal. Nothing to steal. I think you're more successful at stealing against like regular human enemies. But what would you be even stealing? What the hell even is that thing? You know, Jesus Christ. It's like the plant monster out of Resident Evil 2. Do you know what, Chad? I should actually be playing the beta, the closed beta, the private beta, the VIP beta of the Resident Evil Ambassador beta of the upcoming multiplayer Resident Evil game, Resident Evil Verse. But I got an email and all from them. Literally, I'm kicking myself. I got an email from like Capcom, and they were like, "Oh, Resident Evil Ambassador, would you like to sign up to play the beta of Resident Evil Verse?" I was ready to sign up and everything, but they merged all of their accounts to everything. I think it's just called the Capcom account or something like that. Capcom ID, I think. No, and I don't know. I just couldn't figure it out. I didn't have the patience for it. So I was like, whatever. I wasn't too pushed because, do you know what I mean? Like, it's multiplayer Resident Evil. Like, doesn't really hook me. Like, you know. But still, though, it would have been nice to play it, though. What's all this now? Why is it flashing? Oh, one hit kill.
They want to know your location.
Possibly. Albert Wesker wants to know my location. Yeah, it would have been nice to be able to play that now, but the process wasn't as easy as I would have hoped. Maybe there'll be a public beta soon enough. It's a good thing though. That Resident Evil Ambassador program is good. I think even over in Japan, possibly America, they actually invite you, depending on whether you get an email from them, they'll actually invite you to an actual place to play the actual game, like, and you have to sign like non-disclosure agreements and everything. I'll be fucked. Seriously. They never again bring me back. I so many leaks, like, I'll be telling everyone. I can't believe I'm actually properly playing Final Fantasy 7, do you know what I mean? I got 3 summons already. You know, I would say I'm well into the game. As you pointed out there, Chad, the other day, I'm actually technically on the 2nd disc right now. There's 3 discs to this originally. and then 8 and 9 had 4 discs. God, it was crazy seeing like a game with like multiple discs. Like it was crazy. Like 3 discs and 4 discs. Oh, it's mental. It's actually one of the most iconic memories actually of classic Final Fantasy games for me. Is all the discs that came with it. Like just a long game. Like. I was shocked then years later to find out that this was actually supposed to, originally, it was supposed to be a Nintendo 64 game, but because Nintendo went with cartridges over CD-ROMs, Square Enix went for PlayStation, and obviously it was the better choice to go with PlayStation because you just wouldn't be able to get all the content and the visuals. I know the visuals don't look like a whole lot right now, but believe me, back then it was big. It just wouldn't have been a great experience on Nintendo 64. How much gil do I have now? I haven't been keeping track of how much gil I have. Jesus Christ, I'm well over 2,000 already. I'm not going to keep this going. I'm going to keep this rocking and rolling. I'm on 2,000 gil already. I might go to like 5,000 gil if I can. So, you know, I'm actually just going to keep going. I'm enjoying the chat. We're doing good in time. Let's just keep battling. See how long I can keep this up for. Chad, I can feel it in my bones. I swear to God, I am actually going to complete this game for the first time. Like I could just, you know, when you know, like when you know, you know. I'm telling you, man, I put it down to Octopath Traveler and I Am Setsuna. Really old school, extremely challenging Japanese role-playing games, and I just took the time with those games and to just accept the challenge and to take my time with the challenge, to overcome that challenge, and I think that was just great practice.
You shouldn't then watch the movie.
Movie? I hate the delay in the comments. Movie on what now? I'll find Fantasy 7. The CGI one. Well, actually, I had that somewhere. I don't know if I still have it or not. But I have to go back and watch that after I complete this because
Children.
That's the one. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, you're right there, Chad. I'm gonna definitely have to go back and rewatch that after completing the story. Actually, like, I'll be honest with you, I can guarantee you when, and that's how confident I am, when I complete this game, it's actually going to, like, Octopath Traveler and I Am Setsuna is gonna make this game look like Barney the fucking dinosaur in terms of difficulty. I mean, the last boss in I Am Setsuna, you literally had to fight every main boss that you fought in the game in a row, right? And then you get to the final boss. And let's say you defeated 3 of those bosses in a row and then died. That's it. Back to the start. It was just a succession of last bosses in a row that you had to defeat. Like I can't. That speaks for itself. It's like saying, it's like me describing pain to you and saying it's like jumping off a cliff. That's how much it's gonna hurt. You know, it speaks for itself, doesn't it? Like, yeah. So the last bosses of I Am Setsuna, insane. Oh, another game as well. I don't know if I could. No, it doesn't count actually, but it's a tough JRPG game nonetheless. I was gonna say Xenoblade Chronicles 2, but that's not actually like. What I mean by that is that it's not a traditional JRPG, you know. Yeah, I Am Setsuna.
Final Fantasy X did that with the summons and sin.
It did, Chad, but I actually completed Final Fantasy X, and I don't think it was as hard, anywhere near as hard as I Am Setsuna. I can definitely tell you that right now. Octopath Traveler was tough in the sense. Let me tell you how fucking tough that was. that's kind of a different type of tough, really. Basically, each area you're in the game, yeah, has like a recommended level, right? And you start off the game with like you pick whatever hero you want, and there's an interesting mechanic to it. Basically, I have Cloud, Barret, and Tifa in my party right now, and I have Arius and 13 just hanging in the fucking the substitutes, yeah. Well, in Octopath Traveler, you basically like pick your hero. So for instance, you pick Cloud, right? And Cloud will have his little backstory, and then you complete his backstory, and that's it. Basically,
Do
to
the
get the
characters
rest,
meet and form a party?
they do eventually. That's what I'm trying to get at now. So what you do is basically you go looking for another character, and basically once you play it's a bit like Watch Dogs Legion. Once you complete their backstory, they'll basically join your party. But if you don't do that, like if you don't actually do that, you only have one character, and you're basically going to be fucked for the rest of the game with one character. Okay? But like, what's annoying about it is when you're going to the location of that character, there's a recommended level, so it could be like level 30. Honestly, your character will be like level 15. So you'll have to go and grind, level up to the next 15 levels, and it takes forever to level up in the game. And so it's very annoying in that kind of sense, but it is tough, very, very tough. So yeah, credit those two games, I Am Setsuna and Octopath Traveler, as just great practice to finally complete a JRPG like Final Fantasy VII. Just amazing practice, like. How are we now on Gil? Oh my god, lads, we're flying. That is the Gil, isn't it? Gil 3677. Okay, I'm going to keep it going because I'm gaining experience. I'm leveling up and getting items. I think I just didn't understand this game when I first played it. I don't think I had the time to play it, you know. I think I was just more into Resident Evil, Spyro the Dragon. I think I was more interested in all those games really to put the effort in, like. But I'm back all these years later. I still have it, you know what I mean? I still have it all these years later. It's a great feeling, actually, to be honest with you, like, you know, to be at this stage of my life and to go back to this game and to be fucking 10 times better than what I actually was when I first played it, like, you know, that's a cool experience, you know. Like, I don't give two fucks if I get my ass handed to me in a game like Fortnite in today's world. I don't care. Because I can go back to a game that I played years ago and be 10 times better at it, you know? I'll hand those little fuckers the control to play a game like Final Fantasy and they wouldn't have a clue what the fuck they're doing, do you know what I mean?
Have you played Final Fantasy XII?
I have, technically. I didn't play a whole lot of it. It was one of the last PS2 games I purchased. I think it was the last, actually. Yeah, it was the last PS2 game I purchased. I had a Wii at the same time. There's a few reasons why I didn't play much of the game and why I didn't complete it, and I wasn't too gone on it. It was the first departure in the Final Fantasy series, as in it was the first Final Fantasy game that departed from the mainline gameplay, the turn-based combat and stuff like that. It just moved away from that, and it didn't appeal to me because of that. And also, I had a brand new console at the time. I just bought a Wii, and like to say that console was new and different is an understatement. So I was more distracted by what I was doing with the Wii. So I didn't give it much time. But how things come full circle, it's actually now remastered on the Switch.
Hey guys.
So I could easily come back and play it. And it is Mr. Mighty Duck all the way from the Atlantic Pond. Mighty Duck, how you getting on? How's life in the pond? And as always, man, you're very welcome to Green Hill Gaming, where I'm of course back playing some classic Final Fantasy VII. So I hope you enjoyed the live stream. Right now I'm doing a bit of grinding, something I didn't do first time around. Here, Mighty Duck, I was just talking there about, like when I first played this game, like,
Not too bad, guys. How you all doing?
Glad to hear it, Mighty Duck. Glad to hear it. I'm doing well now. Thank you for asking. Enjoying playing some classic Final Fantasy. But I was saying that, as you know, Mighty Duck, I've played this game, Final Fantasy VII, on and off for over 20 years. And as you know, I've never completed it. Like when I first played it, I just wasn't good at JRPG games. I didn't understand the mechanics of these games, and that's why I didn't complete it. But I was just talking about how in recent times I've played games like Octopath Traveler.
I heard the remastered made the game easier in some stuff.
I think so, you're right there, I think so. But Octopath Traveler and I Am Setsuna, because those games were so tough and they were so old school, and I took the time to understand the mechanics of those games, and now because of those two games, I just really feel I can just destroy this game, basically. Like, I have it, like, So yeah, just wanted to get that in there. And so yeah, right now I'm doing a bit of grinding.
We were only kids. It was something totally different to what we would have played before it.
That's a very good way of explaining it. Like, I mean, we were so used to like on PlayStation, like we were so used to like, Spyro the Dragon or something like that, and even back before that, like on Mega Drive, like Sonic or Mario or whatever. So yeah, but yeah, it was definitely like, there's a reason why Squaresoft at the time, because they were called Squaresoft before they were called Square Enix, there's a reason why they didn't release the Final Fantasy series over here, because we just, as you put it there, like, we didn't understand these games. And I think that's the main reason why. I mean, when I first played this game, I was like, what is this? I never actually forget the first time I heard the name Final Fantasy VII, because the first thing that came to my mind was, how come I didn't hear the 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? And then I played it, and it just, as you put it there, like, I'd never played anything like it before, so I didn't understand it. But it's a great gaming moment, like, to be at this stage of my life, and to be able to go back to this game, and to be able to learn from recent games like Octopath Traveler and I Am Setsuna, to go back to a retro game with the knowledge of modern games to complete it.
I've beaten the first and fourth game on the GBA remake.
Fair play to you. That's good stuff, man. Fair play to you. But I think the only Final Fantasy games I played, completed, is...
I fell in love with it. Was a key trailer on a demo disc from Ups magazine.
I never knew anything about it. It just ended up in my hands. Like, and that's the great thing actually about PS1. PS1 is definitely up there with my all-time favourite consoles. Right now it's PS5. Under that would be Switch. And I can definitely say that PS1 would come under that, or at least around that, It's just so many games I was introduced to on PS1. And again, they were just games that ended up in my hand. So many amazing stories of games. Just like, I buy games now, and I look into those games, and I know about those games before I buy them. But on PS1, it was pot luck. It was just, you never knew what you were going to get.
Machine.
It sure was. I mean, it was way, like, it was out there. As you put it there, like, games like Final Fantasy had never been seen before. Nobody had ever played these games before, so, yeah, it was something else, like, but, yeah, just, so many, like, the Resident Evil series literally just ended up on my, I literally came home from school and it was on the kitchen table. That's how I got Resident Evil, Grand Theft Auto was a little differently though. I seen that game being played, and I knew I wanted it straight away. In fact, that was the reason I got a PS1. But the majority of my PS1 games, just I ended up getting them. But that was, I suppose, that was the joys of being young and being a kid. Is you just, your games are gotten for you, so there's always a surprise kind of element to it in that regard. Whereas nowadays, like when you're an adult, like you can just, you can pick and choose what game you want. You can buy it whenever you want. You can play it whenever you want. So that's why a lot of the times the consoles that we grew up playing end up being, our favorite consoles because of the experiences of getting a game for the first
Hunter
time.
Pro controller.
Ah, that controller looks good actually. I might when my hand gets back to normal, although I don't know how much time is left to play the demo. It's a limited demo, isn't it? Because the story, I played March of the Rise a couple of weeks back, and I don't know, the demo just bombarded me with information and it put me off. And I know that's not the game's fault as such, but I honestly think that I might have come to the end of my interest in that series, to be honest with you. But look, I wish it all the best. I'm sure it's going to sell very well. It was a clever move for Nintendo and Capcom to make that special edition Switch.
My friend said the demo tutorial doesn't really explain the game good.
It over-explains it.
Oh wow, I'm in love with it.
It actually over-explains it. Glad you're enjoying it. I think it's over-explaining it, to be honest with you. And that can happen. Look no further than me. When it comes to over-explaining something. But it does happen. You can over-explain something, and when you do that, the person not only gets frustrated, but the person just doesn't have a clue what they're doing as a result. So that's basically not that I didn't have a clue what I was doing, I just felt like I don't want to be reading, I don't want to be reading, the whole way through the game, like. I know health is looking fine. Okay. Actually, I'm just conscious that I'll save the game now, just in case I chat away too much and I end up losing a battle, meaning that, game over. So, making sure that I'm saving it there now. But it's going to sell like hotcakes, and definitely that special edition Switch is going to sell like hotcakes as well, so it's a wise move. I joked about it, a couple of weeks
Love
back
watching
when the demo
games
first
like
came
this
out.
getting streamed.
I'm glad to hear it. Yeah, it is good to stream some classic games, It's different. But I joked about Monster Hunter Rise. The best part of it was seeing the Resident Evil engine logo pop up on the Switch screen, because it's promising, Now that Capcom finally have that engine up and running on the Switch. That engine, the Resident Evil engine, is the reason why Nintendo fine-tuned the Switch. Because they would have...
Looks
Nintendo...
beautiful, to be honest.
Oh, it does. To be fair. The reason Nintendo Switch is what it is right now in terms of specs, and the reason we see games like Doom and Doom Eternal running on Switch, and Wolfenstein running on Switch, and Mortal Kombat 11 and The Witcher 3, running on Switch. The reason all that's possible is because literally Capcom went to Nintendo and said, nah, we don't like your specs. Fine-tune your specs so we can have the Resident Evil engine running on the Switch. And now they finally have it up and running on the Switch, meaning that basically Resident Evil 7, Resident Evil 2 and 3 remake, and even if they wanted to, Resident Evil Village could come to the Switch as well, because we know that they're getting a PS4 and Xbox One version, so all that now is possible. Obviously, there's going to be, obviously you're optimizing the game. You're optimizing it, so it's not going to be the exact same game visually, and even frame rate and stuff like that. But you can still put the game onto the Switch, you know, and optimize it, basically. So I'm just waiting for some Resident Evil on Switch. I gotta say, you know, when I saw Resident Evil Verse for the first time, I literally
Still
thought,
rather optimized than Cloud.
you're not a fan of Cloud. It's like this. It's like this. Nintendo, Nintendo are damned if they do, and damned if they don't. Because you have these Nintendo fanboys that are like, why don't Nintendo embrace modern technology? And then those same fans are saying, why are Nintendo embracing modern technology? Basically, you know, these Nintendo fanboys, which I cannot stand, like always ask for these big blockbuster AAA third-party games. Come on, bring Hitman 3 to the Switch. Come on, we need games like Hitman 3 on the Switch, yeah? Hitman 3 comes to the Switch, and fans are like,
RE2 is 23 years old today in Japan.
You know, and they feel ancient today in Ireland, tonight in Ireland. But I know where you're coming from with cloud gaming. It isn't the same thing as physically owning your game, or even, you know, owning a digital version of the game. But they can take down the game anytime they want, and I understand all that. And it all, of course,
RE2 is 23 years old today in Japan.
Relies on your internet connection as well and stuff like that. But still, it's on the Switch. Hitman 3 is on the Switch, and Nintendo are embracing modern technology with cloud gaming. So as I said, Nintendo
RE2 is 23 years old today in Japan.
Okay, Capcom. Thanks for reminding me, Capcom. So they're damned if they do, and they're damned if they don't, and that's how I put it anyway. Best way to put it, to be honest. I haven't gotten Hitman 3 because I haven't played either Hitman game. Why would I run out and buy Hitman 3 when I haven't played any Hitman game? It's good for any Hitman fans out there, is what I would say. I got Control, right, which I got to go back and play. Control is, Jesus Christ, it's like the X-Files on an acid trip, like on a console. I haven't really got a clue what's going on in the game. I know a little bit, something to do with altered objects and altered world events and just this different dimension that's, look, I couldn't begin to describe what's happening in that game, but it's good. That's the only way to put it. It's a fun game to play, and it's not part of a series, it's not part of a franchise.
Speaking of top class games, Witcher 3 got a re-release on Switch minus the DLC.
I know, yeah. Minus the DLC. I didn't know what the actual text was, but I did know that they had a revised version of it. Yeah. Still haven't gotten to Witcher 3, by the way. And I plan on keeping it that way too. The game is even on sale there over the Christmas, or I think over the New Year. It's 11 bob. Not changing. And again, I haven't bought Hitman 3 either. I think it's great that it's on Switch. I think it's great Nintendo are embracing cloud technology. It basically means that any game can now come to the Switch.
You man pay separately for DLC.
Because Hitman 3 is on PS5 even. No, I don't know to the extent. I mean, obviously Switch isn't a 4K console, so you're obviously not going to get it.
You're waiting for The Last of Us 2 GOTY Remastered.
I am. I'm waiting for that, right? Definitely. Ha ha ha. But obviously, like, you're not going to get the PS5 version of Hitman 3 in terms of like the 4K visuals and stuff like that. But you are going to get Hitman 3 at its best in HD on Switch because of cloud gaming. And look, I'm not telling people what they should do. Like, you know, I'm not telling people they should get Witcher 3. Joking, Chad. Joking. But I am saying that people should at least give cloud gaming a go, and they should at least be thankful and appreciative of Nintendo for embracing modern technology. I mean, listen. Okay, well, it is kind of a long time ago, but it isn't that long ago. Like, it isn't that long ago that the Wii was a console. Yeah, we had the Nintendo Wii. Like, I remember the Wii compared to the Xbox 360 and PS3. I mean, just compare Call of Duty Black Ops 1 on Wii to Black Ops 1 on PS3. I mean, come on. Like
Witcher 3
fans.
getting free upgrade on PS5 Xbox this year.
Ah, good stuff, good stuff. No interest in it though, but good stuff, good stuff. Um, you know, like you had so many Nintendo fanboys, who were like, because I mean, the funny thing is, Nintendo's biggest critics are their fanboys. That's the most interesting part of it all. But they were like, come on, Nintendo, release a powerful console so we can get AAA blockbuster games, embrace modern technology. Look at these stupid friend codes. Nintendo can't even embrace online technology. What is this shit? Come on, Nintendo, embrace modern technology. Here we
They
are,
should give Cyberpunk.
Here we are, 2021, and Nintendo are
We bought
embracing.
Black Ops on Wii together.
We did indeed.
For free.
Here, for free. Here are Nintendo in 2021 embracing modern technology with cloud gaming. And what are these exact same Nintendo fanboys? How are they responding to it? Why are Nintendo embracing modern technology? Who wants cloud gaming? I mean, come on. If you want wireless controller battery level is low, I gotta move. I'm a lazy fuck. I don't want to move, but I have to. I must move 2 inches in front of my TV screen to get my charger. Joys of it. Where is it now? But yeah, I'm not going to bang on about.
Use your PS4 controller to play this.
Not on PS5. Mighty Duck, not on PS5. Because I'm playing on a PS5. It's just the part where you're going to mention that you can play Xbox Series X.
They'll pay $60 for a Game & Watch.
Mighty Duck, is this the part where you're going to bring up the fact that you can play Xbox Series X with an Xbox One controller? Is that your little clever jab? I know you better
No,
than
I
yourself.
actually
Man.
never knew that.
Sure you didn't. Sure you didn't. No, I'm only joking. No, you can only use the PS5 controller on PS5. Right. Back.
Tell us more, Johnny.
I can tell you a lot. I'm only joking. We won't get a console war going here now.
Tell us more, Johnny.
Where's that coming from now? See, I hate when I can't see that comment, because that could be a new viewer. And I always want to... Oh, it's Mr. Chad Middleton. Okay, let's get back to the game now. So I'm on 6,812 gil. So this live stream is just going to be me grinding,
IRS
basically.
Chad. IRS Chad.
I think you meant it's Chad, is it? The IRS. The IRS are coming to get Chad. You're after getting cloud gaming stuck into my head now.
I leveled up to level 20 on Splatoon 2.
Nice. That's a game I haven't played for a very long time. But yeah, I have cloud versions and stuff in my head. Like, I think there's only one way to look at cloud versions of games on the Nintendo Switch, and that is the Nintendo Switch is underpowered compared to PS4.
Takes ages to level up.
It does, to be fair. The Nintendo Switch is obviously underpowered compared to PS4, Xbox One,
Takes
and
ages
obviously
to level up.
computer voice, shush, and obviously compared to PS5 and Xbox Series X. So
Takes ages to level
shut up, computer voice. So because of that, obviously, like, you're not going to be able to get like a AAA blockbuster third-party game on the Switch.
Takes ages to level up.
I swear to God, that fucking computer voice will shut the fuck up. In the traditional sense, but you like so. Even though you have Witcher 3 on Switch, I mean, it doesn't look.
Takes ages to level up.
That computer voice is fucking with me now, seriously. I'm deleting your comment, Mighty Duck, because the fucking thing won't shut up.
She needs a stuffing.
She needs a good fucking stuffing. So yeah, and even like Mortal Kombat 11 on Switch, you know, but it doesn't, like, what I'm trying to say to you is, those games, because of the technical limitations of Switch, are going to have a lot of sacrifices made in order for them to be on the Switch. Right? What cloud gaming offers is the full experience, not just in terms of content, but in terms of visuals, in terms of frame rate. You're getting the full. I mean, you can get Hitman 3 on Switch because of cloud gaming, and I just think that it's something that people, you know, need to embrace if they want those games on. If they don't want those games on Switch, then continue playing fucking Mario. You know, continue playing Mario. Enjoy your Nintendo for your first party games, and don't talk about it. But if you're gonna bitch, moan, and complain, it's got a flashback to my gobshite video there. If those gobshites are gonna bitch, moan, and complain about, like, you know, there not being like AAA blockbuster third-party games on Switch, then their only solution is cloud gaming. And let's face it, you know, the angry comments they leave in the comment section, how else are they leaving those comment section? How else are they leaving those comments? Because they're connected to the internet. And all you need is like fucking, like a 10 megabyte broadband to stream.
Well, if Switch is their only console, it's defo only way.
Well, yeah. But like, exactly, but the thing is, like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, it's not the fact that Switch is the only console. I'm saying, like, it is whingers, right, are whinging that Nintendo, you know, doesn't get these blockbuster games, and then they do come out on cloud gaming, then there it is, you know. They want it, get it. They don't, then don't. Continue playing Mario and shut up. Is basically what I would say to those people, and it's a true fucking statement to make, like. Now, I don't have Hitman 3 cloud version. As a point, I'm not going to buy it just because it's on Switch. I mean, Witcher 3 is proof of that. Diablo 3 is proof of that. And there's many other games I haven't bought on Switch because I just don't want to. And Hitman 3 is an example of that. You know, I didn't play Hitman 1, I didn't play Hitman 2, so...
Are you getting 3D World?
Jeez, that's a good question. I know that people were trying to say in a negative light that Bowser's Fury is too short. They were saying it's 4 hours long. I wouldn't say that's the bad thing. That's brand new content that wasn't in the original version. So I actually have no issues. I think it's fantastic that you can get 4 hours of brand new content. That's what's kind of appealing to me. And obviously the online multiplayer is appealing to me. I don't think we've actually seen a Switch port of a Wii U game that's been given this amount of content since Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Honestly, the amount of content that's coming to 3D World is fantastic.
They obviously haven't played Ghost Squad LOL.
Ghost Squad, I know, yeah. But Ghost Squad was a brand new game. Like, the fact of the matter is, this is a port of a Wii U game that was released years ago, and the level of attention they're giving it, an extra content.
They obviously haven't played Ghost Squad LOL.
Oh, your comment is gone. Where's it gone now? I must delete your comment. Oh, it hasn't shown up yet. So I think, considering you're getting online multiplayer and you're getting Bowser's Fury,
They obviously haven't played Ghost Squad lol.
I think I'm leaning towards it. No, to be honest with you, I'm actually leaning towards it, and I've actually never completed it. I never completed the last level. So, but I must find something out very important. If I can play a Bowser's Fury from the start, then they can fuck right off, because I'm not kind of too gone on restarting the whole game again. You know?
I have it pre-booked.
But if you can play it from the start, I'd be all over it. I'd go right into Bowser's Fury 100%. And I like the fact that Bowser Jr. is actually fighting alongside you as well. That's very unique, like, I like that. That's an interesting concept. But you know, it's interesting how, you know, we can go from how we can go from me talking about Hitman 3 on Switch to you talking about
65 hours into Animal Crossing already lol.
Jesus Christ. Lads, we got another Animal Crossing head on the horizon there. I haven't played Animal Crossing.
Caitlin is 65 hours into Animal Crossing already lol.
I haven't played it in weeks now and come to not being able to use my hand properly.
Caitlin is 65 hours into Animal Crossing already lol.
Computer voice. Shush.
Delete my comments, this bitch is malfunctioning.
I'm telling you, she doesn't like your comments, to be honest. What was I going to say? So, for me to talk about Hitman 3 and then to talk about Mario, I think like Nintendo have nailed the Switch console, you know. Because, like, you know, you've got those first party titles, like Mario, and then you've got like these really kind of like mature, kind of adult, you know, AAA blockbuster third-party games like Hitman 3. They're coexisting. It's great to see it, like. And I would, do you know what? I would love to hear EA's response as to why they haven't embraced cloud gaming. Because they have no excuse now. They can't blame the infrastructure of Switch when it comes to cloud gaming.
They have everything covered from every genre.
That too. Every genre is covered. Every install base is covered. As in, like, every type of audience is covered. There's something there literally for everyone. And yeah, so to get back to EA, they have no excuse now. Like, they shouldn't be giving FIFA fans a shit FIFA experience on Switch. You should actually embrace cloud gaming when it comes to FIFA. Like, I don't think cloud gaming is as bad as people make it out to be honest with you.
Even the adult porn games from Japan lol. I'm going to play Assassin's Creed Black Flag next.
Those crazy Japanese fuckers. Assassin's Creed Black Flag, great game, to be honest with you.
They have everything covered from every genre. Even the adult porn games from Japan lol. I'm going to play Assassin's Creed Black Flag next.
Do you know what I actually like about
the adult porn games from Japan lol. I'm going to play Assassin's Creed Black Flag next.
Do you know what I like
Duck
about...
is a man of culture.
Sure is. Do you know what I like about the cloud versions is you actually automatically get a demo.
Even the adult porn games from Japan lol. I'm going to play Assassin's Creed Black Flag next. Duck is a man of culture. Johnny, will you restart the stream, or turn her off and on again? She having a meltdown lol.
I'll just turn you off instead. Easier.
Even the adult porn games from Japan lol. I'm going to play Assassin's Creed Black Flag next. Duck is a man of culture.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Johnny, will you restart the stream, or turn her off and on again? She having a meltdown lol. I'm going to play Assassin's Creed Black Flag next. Duck is a man of culture. Johnny, will you restart the stream, or turn her off and on again? She having a meltdown, lol. She wants equal pay.
She does. I'm just not getting it. It's okay now, because I'll be ending the live stream shortly. Oh god, I'm at 9,000 gil. I'm going to get the
Duck is a man of culture. Johnny, will you restart the stream, or turn her off and on again? She having a meltdown, lol. She wants equal pay. Duck is sexy. She wants equal pay. Duck is sexy. She wants equal pay. Duck is sexy.
I don't have the energy to restart it. It's too late to restart it. I know I haven't done a full-on late night live stream for a while, but because of my hands still technically healing, it's important that I get that rest.
She loves me, lol.
I'm telling you, a bit too much. I actually can't believe I have 10,000 gil. Well, soon to be 10,000 gil. I might just keep going actually. I don't know, will I? I like it. Well, no, I'll get the 10,000 gil.
She loves me, lol. Even calling me sexy.
Telling you? Here I was
Duck
looking
is
at that.
Sexy. She loves me, lol. Even calling me sexy.
I was looking at the teaser, the little teaser of the new Mortal Kombat movie. I don't like it. I don't like how Sub-Zero looks. And I also don't like the fact that they're making Shang Tsung the Emperor of Outworld, because he's not the Emperor of Outworld.
Duck is sexy.
Like, he's not the Emperor
She
of
loves
Outworld.
me, lol.
Like, I don't have any issue with introducing new characters, like Cole, the new character Cole. That doesn't bother me. But when you're bringing in, when you're bringing in traditional characters from the video games, they need to stay true to the original. And Sub-Zero does not look like Sub-Zero in the movie. Like, at least Paul Anderson, you know, paid tribute to the. I mean, I've never seen costumes on actors that looked so true to the source material as the original Mortal Kombat movie. It's just 100%. It's one-to-one what the characters look like in the game. I am telling you for a fact, the Resident Evil reboot and the Mortal Kombat reboot movies, they're not going to impress. I'll watch them, like, but I don't think I'm going to be impressed, to be honest. Like, I can just tell what people are going to be excited for. It's just, oh, gory fatalities, oh. Like, it's going to take more than... Look, when you put a video game on the big screen, okay, it's going to take more than gory fatalities to impress. Because you have to tell a good story, and the story has to make sense, and, you know, I don't know. We'll soon find out anyway. And as you know, my feelings when it comes to Resident Evil is, what the fuck? What just happened there? Why is there all of a sudden information on the screen? Above. Oh, I didn't know you could do that. Oh, that's handy. You press the touch panel and you get like information on what you're doing and the name of the enemies. That's handy. What is that move? Because it doesn't work all the time. Okay, Ifrit, do your thing. on the effort. There's one. Oh no, I thought you were still alive. Okay, I think that brings me to 10,000. It does indeed. I feel like I could keep going, to be honest. What time is it? I'm going to keep going for the next 10 minutes. But I'm going to save it first though, in case I do lose a battle. I'm telling you, I am just going into this game this time round with a fucking mission to not only complete it, I'm going to conquer it. Like, I'm going to make shit of Sephiroth, you know? Like, Sephiroth is going to wish he never fucking met me, you know? I think ever since I defeated Sephiroth in like 13 seconds or something in the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Challenge, I was like, I've got this, you know?
Sean Connery was the first choice for Raiden in Paul Anderson's MK movie,
I
but he
never knew
turned
that.
it down to play golf.
He
Can
turned
you get
it
trophies
out
in this game?
to play golf. You can, yeah. I haven't looked at the trophies, but you can, yeah. Sean Connery turned down the role of Raiden to play golf. What a condescending bastard. I know he's dead, but still. But not condescending. What's the like? He just thought so little of the Mortal Kombat franchise that he decided to play golf over playing Raiden. Oh, lads. Like that's how little he viewed Mortal Kombat as. What the hell? Well, the role went to Christopher Lambert, and it fucking what a role it was. I don't think you can you can't picture like Raiden without thinking of him, you know. I know Mortal Kombat has become like a household franchise, so yeah, maybe he should have.
Because Christopher Lambert was a fucking double.
I'm telling you, 100%, 100%. He played that part so well, like, and it was funny as well. Brought a bit of humour into it, you know. Do you know, I'd like to see a different type of Mortal Kombat, and I actually spoke about this a long time ago on my channel. I want to see some type of...
Could you imagine Raven with a Scottish accent, lol?
Yeah, Raiden with a Scottish... I know, yeah. I wish consult with the Elder Gods. Terrible accent. Terrible accent altogether, to be honest with you. What was I going to say? My idea for a new Mortal Kombat game, in every sense of the word new, like in terms of a new installment and just a completely new way of experiencing and playing Mortal Kombat, my idea would be an open world RPG game that's set long before like any of the Mortal Kombat games. Like either during a particular period or multiple periods, because like for instance the opening to Mortal Kombat 4 speaks of like an age of darkness, like thousands of years the world was plunged into darkness. I want to see that. I want to see like when Shinnok killed the Elder Gods. You know, I want to see when he turned on the Elder Gods. I want to see when Shinnok went from an Elder God to being cast out and being, you know, cast out to the Nether Realm. I want to see him fighting the Elder Gods. I want to see him fighting Raiden. You know, I want to see like how Shang Tsung, you know, ended up in his position, because he was actually originally an Earth Realm warrior, but he cheated in Mortal Kombat, and for his crimes he was sent to Outworld. I want to see that. You know, I want to see like how Shao Kahn became the conqueror of realms, how he became the emperor of Outworld. You know, I want to see him. I want to be able to play as him as I'm conquering realms. What else? There's so much like. There's so much like it. Like I want to see like the original Kung Lao, like losing to Goro, and how that all changed Earth Realm's position in the Mortal Kombat tournament. Just so much lore, so much history that could be told in one big, massive, open world RPG Mortal Kombat experience. And they've actually have a little bit of experience of that, because if you actually look at Mortal Kombat games like Deception and Armageddon, they had a conquest mode which saw your characters like exploring all the different realms of Mortal Kombat and speaking to different characters, and there was a story going on. So they definitely have experimented with the idea before, but if they kind of go all out, like Witcher 3 style, Skyrim style, it would definitely be an interesting experience. And Ed Boon always said he wanted to make a different game. Well, technically he
Chuck
can.
says Mortal Kombat crossover Fortnite lol.
I knew he would say something like that. I don't know how the comment didn't show up, but I knew he would say something like that. No shitty crossovers. You just have to be into Mortal Kombat as much as I am to understand what I'm trying to say. Like, there's a lot more to Mortal Kombat than just the Mortal Kombat tournament, and there's a lot more to it than just like one or two events. There's a lot more to it than Melina, put it that fucking way. So much history to it, like even the very foundation of the realms, even the.
Haha, he didn't actually say it, but I know what he thinks, lol.
Me too. I thought the comment wasn't showing up there for a second. Even the stage of when the Shaolin martial arts tournament Mortal Kombat got tainted and taken over by Shang Tsung. That can be told. Long story short, there's just so much lore to the Mortal Kombat series that hasn't been fully explored in any game, and I just think that a full-on open-world RPG could take full advantage of that lore and tell an amazing story. And the gameplay, like, could just imagine a game like Breath of the Wild, but like one massive section is Outworld, and another massive section is the Netherrealm, and so on and so forth. And they look differently, got different characters, and just. I'm just thinking to myself, most open world RPG games centers around one character. But this could tell a different kind of. You could play as multiple characters over multiple periods of time, like each telling the story. Yeah. So basically, if I had to kind of, because obviously I got so many ideas. Like my head is like a fucking, just full of imagination when it comes to. What this video game could actually end up becoming. So if I had to contain all that, yeah, I would tell the story of. The thing is, I'm thinking now. Does Kronika play a part in it, like, because now she's been introduced into the timeline, like, so would I have to include that bitch? Let's just pretend she doesn't exist for the time being. You could start off. this is what I would say. The opening introduction could be the formation of the realms and the elder gods that bring balance to those realms. And everything seems to be kind of in order. But then a certain elder god, Shinnok, disagrees with the elder gods and feels like he should have all the power. And there's a big massive war between Shinnok and the elder gods. And you play as Raiden. And you're basically like traveling through a particular location, could be a certain realm or realms, and you're basically like battling Shinnok and his other minions. And that's the first story. So that would tell that lore that was first introduced. I think it was first introduced in Mortal Kombat Mythology Sub-Zero and then expanded upon in Mortal Kombat 4. So they could tell that story. So you're playing as Raiden and you're battling Shinnok. Then you could be seeing the history of how Shao Kahn became a conqueror of realms. So all the way back to his beginnings, his upbringing, to him basically going around conquering realms. So your purpose of playing as Shao Kahn will be conquering realms, basically. And then that will kind of set up like how the Mortal Kombat tournament was actually established. Because once Shao Kahn had his eyes set on Earth Realm, Raiden, who was the protector of Earth Realm, went to the Elder Gods. He consulted with the Elder Gods and he basically said, look, we have to do something to protect Earth Realm. It was the Elder Gods that actually decided to use the Mortal Kombat tournament as a means of defending Earth Realm. So that could tell the foundation of the Mortal Kombat tournament. And then you could play as the great Kung Lao. That's just an example of just three kind of specific timelines that you could kind of focus on there. Without going too crazy into detail.
Sounds like a Mortal Kombat Mo.
Yeah, but not a massively multiplayer game, but just no. I don't. Multiplayer doesn't need to play a part in it. Just a massively open world RPG game set in the Mortal Kombat universe, spanning multiple timelines, where you play as multiple Mortal Kombat characters, each telling their origin story, basically, and ultimately the origin story of the Mortal Kombat franchise. That would be the premise. So you don't have to have like, a load of fucking Raidens running around the fucking screen, in an online lobby. That's not what I'm pitching, at all. But just an open world game. Like Skyrim isn't an MMO. The Witcher isn't an MMO. Breath of the Wild is not an MMO. So like, that's basically what I'm getting at. And it'd be great to see if it happened. I think it's, again, you'd have to be into Mortal Kombat as much as I am to really kind of understand my passion in terms of the lore of Mortal Kombat, to know the lore as well, more importantly. So yeah, I have 13,000 gil. I am going to end the live stream for now. Oh, Cloud is sad because of it. Cloud has sadness because I'm ending the live stream. He'll be grand. I'll go into the inn and rest in the next live stream. I might do a live stream tomorrow at some stage. So stay tuned for that. And thanks everyone for watching this live stream of Classic Final Fantasy VII. I hope you enjoyed. I enjoyed the banter with you. Always enjoy the chats. I will say good night to all of you here from Ireland. Sleep well. And again, I will see you all in the next live stream. Take it handy. Hopefully there won't be any technical difficulties in the next live stream with the computer voice and comments and everything else. And hopefully Ed Boon will announce Mortal Kombat RPG. Until next time, I'll talk to you later.